day. Welcome to Miss Clark Reads to You. Today we are reading Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom, and we are reading the Audiovisual Part 2, and in the book that is on page 69. The Nightline show had done a follow-up story on Morrie, partly because the reception for the first show had been so strong. This time when the cameramen and the producers came through the door, they already felt like family. And Koppel himself was noticeably warmer. There was no feeling out process, no interview before the interview. As warm-up, Koppel and Morrie exchanged stories about their childhood backgrounds. Koppel spoke of growing up in England, and Morrie spoke of growing up in the Bronx. Morrie wore a long-sleeved blue shirt. He was almost always chilly, even when it was 90 degrees outside. But Koppel removed his jacket and did the interview in shirt and tie. It was as if Morrie were breaking him down one layer at a time. "You look fine," Koppel said when the tape began to roll. "That's what everybody tells me." "You sound fine." "That's what everybody tells me." "So how do you know things are going downhill?" Morrie sighed. "Nobody can know but me, Ted, but I know it." And as he spoke, it became obvious he was not waving his hands to make a point as freely as he had in their first conversation. He had trouble pronouncing certain words. The "ooh" sound seemed to get caught in his throat. In a few more months, he might no longer speak at all. "Here's how my emotions go," Morrie told Koppel. "When I have people and friends here, I am very up. The loving relationships maintain me. But there are days when I am depressed. Let me not deceive you. I see certain things going, and I feel a sense of dread. What am I going to do without my hands? What happens when I can't speak? Swallowing? I don't care so much about. They feed me through a tube, so what? But my voice, my hands, they're such an essential part of me. I talk with my voice, I gesture with my hands. This is how I give to people." "How will you give when you can no longer speak?" Koppel asked. Morrie shrugged. "Maybe I'll have everyone ask me yes or no questions." It was such a simple answer that Koppel had to smile. He asked Morrie about silence. He mentioned a dear friend Morrie had, Morrie Stein, who had first sent Morrie's aphorisms to the Boston Globe. They had been together at Brandeis since the early 60s. Now Stein was going deaf. Koppel imagined the two men together one day, one unable to speak, the other unable to hear. What would that be like? "We will hold hands," Morrie said, "and there'll be a lot of love passing between us. Ted, we've had 35 years of friendship. You don't need speech or hearing to feel that." Before the show ended, Morrie read Koppel one of the letters he'd received. Since the first Nightline program, there had been a great deal of mail. One particular letter came from a schoolteacher in Pennsylvania who taught a special class of 9 children. Every child in the class had suffered the death of a parent. "Here's what I sent her back," Morrie told Koppel, perching his glasses gingerly on his nose and his ears. "Dear Barbara, I was very moved by your letter. I feel the work you have done with the children who have lost a parent is very important. I also lost a parent at an early age." And suddenly, with the camera still humming, Morrie adjusted the glasses. He stopped, bit his lip, and began to choke up. Tears fell down his nose. "I lost my mother when I was a child, and it was quite a blow to me. I wish I'd had a group like yours where I would have been able to talk about my sorrows. I would have joined your group because," and his voice cracked, "because I was so lonely." "Morrie," Koppel said. That was 70 years ago your mother died. The pain still goes on? You bet, Morrie whispered. So this is a good time to stop the video, to make a book, a brain, or heart connection. So if you make a book connection, you are summarizing. If you make a brain connection, you're connecting with the material on an intellectual level. You're thinking about something that you were challenged by, something that was confirmed in your thinking. If you make a heart connection, you're thinking about some way that this part of the book can make you a better person or maybe changing you. So stop the video now and make that connection. Turn back on the video and I'll share mine with you. So one of the connections that I made was I made a brain connection. So on page 71, it says that there had been a great deal of mail that Morrie had been receiving. My brain connection is that what I realize is the celebrity status that Morrie has now gained, that nationally people are writing to Morrie because they want to share their story with Morrie and they want to thank him for being so open about his ALS and his story and sharing his feelings as he's going through that. So that confirmed for me how deeply people across the nation are connecting with Morrie, and that great deal of mail is evidence of that. I look forward to hearing what your book, brain, or heart connection is, and if you'd like, you can place it in the comments below. I'll see you again soon. Thank you.